70 years ago today, Allied forces dropped thousands of bombs on the historic German city of Dresden. Historians consider it one of the most controversial campaigns of the Second World War because civilians seem to have been targeted deliberately by British and American planes.
The attack lasted for 3 days and killed around 25,000 people. Commemorations will take place in the city today. Among those taking part are two survivors who shared their experiences with us.
Meine Eltern sind in diesem Keller erstickt.
My parents suffocated in the cellar, and out of the 14 people there, I was the only survivor.
Es war einfach unheimlich.
It was terrifying. At first I thought it was the end of the war, but when it didn't stop, I believed it was the end of the world.
Dass auf der Straße Trümmer, Trümmer, Trümmer waren.
On our streets, all I saw was rubble, 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 burned houses and people searching for loved ones. They had no belongings anymore, and the dead were everywhere.
Well, another survivor of the attacks in Dresden is Victor Gregg, who was a prisoner of war when the bombings began, and we're very pleased that Victor is with us now. Very good morning to you, Victor. We were just hearing then some of the first-hand eyewitness accounts from those Germans who survived. Tell us how it was that you were in Dresden at that time.
Well, I would presume they've already told you, but how was it? It was evil. I don't really know what you expect me to say when you say how was it. Thousands of firebombs dropping all over the place, explosions, heat, fire, people screaming, people burning, people alight. Well, it wasn't. After about half an hour, it started developing into something which was really bad. It started off rather tame, actually. The first 5 or 10 minutes. The very first wave, as far as I can remember, the mosquitoes dropped the lights, the fairy lights, and then the first lot came over and dropped all these incendiaries. And then, of course, as wave after wave came over, so the impact got heavier. It is about 35 minutes, 40 minutes after the first bombs had dropped that the bomb dropped outside the building that we was in, and killed my mate, Harry, and about 3/4 of the people in there were killed. And so you go out and you come out of there and the whole place is a furnace. It's a furnace. Because we were in the centre of Dresden. And the wind hadn't grown up by that. The fire really, although it was, bad, naughty, horrible, it was the second wave which really brought the tornado into being, because then they started dropping the 4,000 pound, blockbusters and 4,000 pounds of napalm, which if it dropped anything within about 300 yards was immediately incinerated. So and then to feed the fire, so you get the wind coming in. And that's really tornado force, and you just can't. It dehumanises anything that you've experienced before. I've been through 6 years of war. I've lost all but 3 of the 28 blokes I joined up with in 1937. I've been in every battle in the Middle East. I've been in Italy, I'd come home, I'd been captured at Arnhem, but nothing prepared me for seeing women and children alight and flying through the air. Nothing prepared me for that. Before Dresden, I was just an ordinary. I could look at people get killed, well, so they're dead. But after Dresden, I was a nutcase. It just sent me. It took me 40 years to get over it. And I don't think I even laughed for 40 years. I couldn't even laugh at anything. But Dresden itself, yeah, you see people stuck in. They try to cross over to us, a group of them, because I was on a bit of grass with these firefighters, and we'd come back because it was too hot, and we came back to get some clean air, or what we could call clean air, for 10 minutes, have a breather. And this group tried to cross this road, and the first lot of them got stuck in the middle of it. They couldn't get away, and in the end, they caught a light. They were still alive, and then they exploded. You can't talk about it. You can't talk about it because nobody who hasn't experienced it can't grasp it.
And for you, Victor, what you said that it was 40 years before you came to terms in any way with what happened. Did you not speak about it at all in that time?
No. I never even. I think my family thought, as far as the war was concerned, I think they thought I was on a Cook's tour. I come out because I was in India in 1938, and then we went to Palestine, and I was in Palestine when war was declared, and it never let up then right the way through until I came home from Italy, ready for the Second Front. Of course, by that time I'd left the White Brigade and I was in 10th Para.
Was it a turning point for you when you viewed how the Allies were tackling what was seen as an evil menace at that point?
I thought I never blamed the airmen. I never blamed them because they was the same as, I say, blokes in the Merchant Navy. They're putting their life at risk every time they went up, and they lost a lot of men, 55,000. But I said, and I still say, and I've said it in print and I've said it on broadcast, I'll never forgive the people who ordered those raids, and that goes for all of them, Churchill, Attlee, all of them. Whatever they can say, because as soon as it came through, after about 2 weeks, and it started sinking in, because between that, they were still carrying on bombing other cities like this. And then, of course, they tried to put the blame on somebody else. No, we were supposed to be the good guys. We was going to war to rescue Europe from the evil of the Third Reich. And we finished up being worse than they were. I'm not going to say we, because what annoys me is all this was done in our name, and I felt I felt it really whacked me. It really whacked me to think that I belong to a nation who was responsible for what was going on in that city that night.
Victor, would really like to thank you for sharing your experiences with us today. And I can report, you won't mind me saying, Victor, you're 95. Is it 90? You're 96. Is that right? 95?
No. I've gone 95. I'm getting even older.
Happens to us all.
Well, I was going to say, I can report that Victor still has a very firm handshake. It's been a pleasure to meet you this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's 12 minutes to